Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help and welcome back to another video today. So tomorrow Group Ironman is coming out and it's very exciting. I'm not going to be participating in it right away at the start anyways. I'm very excited to see what people do and different content creators exploring and doing new things in the game. It's very exciting to me. I've been playing the Ironman game mode for 4 years now. So today I'm going to be going over some tips and things like that you should do if you are planning on doing Group Ironman and just the routes I think you guys should take as a team. If you guys like the video, make sure to smash the like button and yeah, on with the video. Alright, it is going to be a very exciting journey when you very first start out. I recommend at the very start, don't really treat it any differently than a regular Ironman. All go and complete as many quests as you possibly can. You know, you're going to want to unlock all the different skills like herb lore, rune crafting, and obviously like waterfall quests, get the all the combat XP, unlock fishing, fairy rings, you know, even do a couple achievement diaries, have somebody unlock Karamban fishing, and send somebody to just collect food. Food is going to be very important because you're going to want to rush Slayer on your team. The person who actually can play the most, make them be the person who trains Slayer. You're going to want to rush 85 Slayer, just focus on the one guy. All of you guys collecting resources, send it over to this guy like food and potions and whatever, and he will sit there and grind your 85 Slayer for you. 85 Slayer is so important because then you can all get whips on the team, and that'll just bring so much different content for you guys to do, like bossing and things like that in the future. But yeah, at the very start, you're going to want to focus one guy on training Slayer. This doesn't mean you can't, you know, not have fun. You can all do some barrows together and stuff like that as well. You can go do your own thing, like some winter Todd and whatever it is. You know, I'm not saying you all have to be skillers and send one guy to do combat. You can all go do Slayer, but for the sake of the guy who plays the most, make him be the guy who gets 85 Slayer, gets you your Abyssal Whip, and basically sets up the account for you. In the meantime, you all should be doing farming, getting as many resources as you possibly can, and unlocking the Kingdom of Miscellanea. If you guys all have the Kingdom of Miscellanea unlocked, you will get so many herbs, so many logs and stuff like that, or planks. You can even start the construction grind this way, have another guy focused on a POH. You're going to want to have one person in your team at the very start rushing construction for the best POH in the entire game, and then you can all go ahead and use this POH. You know, you have then at that point you'll have whips and a good POH, and you can really start getting into bossing and stuff like that. And you know, you can all even go do Zulrah, for example. Imagine, you know, you each do a kill at Zulrah, you're gonna get what, like 40, 50, 60 kills at Zulrah an hour. That's gonna be bank loot. You can all go ahead and get your blow pipes, you all go get your fire capes, and you'll slowly be getting there. But kind of send people in different directions at the very start so that you can get as many resources as possible. So one of the things I recommend you do right at the start is go get your Graceful, and then after your Graceful, you'll all have a decent agility level so you can kind of run around the game and then slowly work on other things in the background as well as having one focus. Like I said, have one person be a fisher, one person be a fletcher, one person be this, one person be that, and then kind of send all the supplies to the guy that is doing Slayer. At the same time, you all should get 55 magic so that you have access to the high alchemy spell. Other ways of generating actual gold is that you could do the agility pyramid in the desert. That would be maybe if you want to go for like 70 agility after you're Graceful, you could do some agility pyramid for some money. But by far one of the best ways to make money on an Ironman account is from high alchemy. You could have a bunch of people with the Kingdom of Miscellanea collecting maple logs that you could then fletch, and then you could high alch these and make a ton of money that way at the very start of the game for cash. And as well as if you all have the high alchemy spell, whenever the guy training Slayer has all these drops, you guys can go ahead and alch them for cash. There's so many very interesting things that you can do on an Ironman account, like temple trekking, for example, just to gain random resources. You're going to want to take advantage of all these little things, and if you have a 5-man team, you can do things like that and get 5 times the resources. So like if you're playing by yourself, for example, you'd have to do 5 hours of the same activity for one. So say you need like a ton of secondary resources like Mort Mire fungus. You could all just do it for 1 hour and make all of the potions that you need. You know what I mean? It's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. Once you're all kind of settled in, you've got like 50, 60 base stats, you're making decent money now, you all should head and focus on Slayer. Train as much Slayer as possible, get highest combat stats as possible, do a lot of barrows, get a bunch of gear for barrows, and then you can start take on bossing, which is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to see what people do with like all the group Ironman bossing. But the thing about bossing with group Ironman, you don't just need one drop, you know what I mean? If you all want full bandos, you're going to need to get, I don't even know, like what, 5,000 KC at barrows. Going to be very interesting. I'm not sure how everything is going to quite work yet, but I think it is going to be very, very exciting, and I can't wait to just watch so many videos on it. Overall, it's not going to be too much different than regular Ironman, besides for the fact that you can trade with like 5 friends. I think it's definitely going to be an easier game mode than regular Ironman. I think it's just going to be very, very interesting, and you need to be very strategic in order, if you want to go for like leaderboards, for example. But another good thing about this too is it's a good way to get people back into the game, friends and stuff like that haven't played in a long time. This group Ironman might be really, really helpful, because I know a lot of people, even when you do get them back into the game, they're just so confused about things like, you show them how to play and this and that, and then when you log off or whatever, they're so lost, you know what I mean? They don't know how to play it, they don't know what questing is, they don't know what items are. And if you have a group of people that, 3 experienced people, 2 that, are just starting, it's a really good way for these people to learn on how to play the game. I think it's going to be like a shared bank, and I know this is going to be really funny for some people, because I know that there's 2 different types of people that play this game. Types of people that have the most organized bank in the world, and then there's those people like me that after everything they do, they just deposit all and then just search for what they do next, and they clean their bank like twice a year. So it's going to be funny to see all these random banks or stuff like that. I don't know as well if you it's going to cause some fights or some stuff all over the internet of people with scamming, you know what I mean? They could just, like, for example, go get a twisted bow and then they log out and their friend takes their twisted bow and dies. Like, I don't know how this is all gonna work. It's gonna be really funny and very entertaining for sure. But yeah, highly recommend at the very start, you just do as much questing as you possibly can, you get your Graceful unlocked, and then you all focus on one activity. This is how I would do it if I would have a 5-man team. I would get off Tutorial Island, right? All of us go right ahead and get our Arty Cloak 1 and train agility as fast as we possibly can, all unlocking the Graceful. And then after that, after we all have Graceful, I would do as many quests as I possibly can, like I said, like waterfall, stuff like that. Maybe after 50, 60 quest points each, we all, focus on one single skill. I would send somebody to go fishing carwans. Fishing carwans are like one of the best foods in the game. They provide amazing cooking experience as well. And you could even do Temporice first and get the fish barrel, which just makes it a little easier to catch carwans. So, I'd have one person focused on fishing, because fishing is going to be very important for food. And you're going to need food forever. You're going to need 5 times the amount of food that a regular iron would. Next, I would send another person to do Wintertod and farming. With Wintertod, you get a ton of supply crates for seeds and stuff like that. This guy can also focus on farming, doing the questing for farming. And then once they get the farming guild, they can do farming contracts. They could also do that tithe farm minigame. Focus on farming, because farming is going to be so useful for herbs and secondaries. Downtime for this person with farming, they could just collect secondary resources like white berries, wines of Zamarok, and stuff like that, and build up a nice herb lore tab. So there we go. We've got a fisher, we've got somebody who training herb lore and collecting stuff like that. Then I would send somebody to do other activities like fletching and woodcutting, having somebody do woodcutting and fletching. And also with the kingdom unlocked with the unlimited maple logs, this person could just be fletching and fletching and fletching, getting way past the 99, you know what I mean? Just getting thousands and thousands of those things to high alch. And another person, or this guy as well, in downtime could do temple trekking to get a ton of bowstrings, and then you can actually string them too, and that will make them high alch for a lot more. You could even, do like yews or redwoods or something like that, but maples are honestly fine. You'll get a ton of money this way. So there you've got a fisher, you've got a person that's going to be training, getting potions, you've got someone who's going to be getting money. And then the other person, the other 1 or 2 people in your team, send them to do Slayer, getting as many resources as you possibly can. As well as you might, if you have 5, you could send 1 person to do Slayer and another person to do like something like rune crafting, because you're gonna need a ton of runes, tons of nature runes, tons of law runes, and tons of just blood runes, everything like that. If you have somebody to do nature rune crafting or whatever like that as well, and then the other person to do Slayer, I think that would be the perfect way to start out. You'd have somebody, getting food. You'd have somebody getting potions. You'd have somebody training rune crafting. You'd have somebody, training fletching and getting money for the account. And then you'd have somebody training Slayer. And then you could all come back and just have so much supplies and, continue the game from there. And then you all go to do Slayer, and then you all do bossing, and then you all do raiding. And I think it's just going to be such a fun game mode. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you did, make sure to like and let me know down in the comments your plans for Group Ironman and whether you're going to be playing it or not. Anyways, see you tomorrow.